Okay, so I just spoke for about 12 minutes and the damn video didn't record. So let me just repeat myself as quickly as I can because I'm not doing another 12 minutes soliloquy. Uh, what I spoke about was unity because I go on a lot of these boxing panels and I have for a while now, and I even engage in them. They don't need to lie. So there's a lot of anger and disrespect between a bunch of grown men who are leaving power out there in the world. Damn money, power, 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 power. That's what's important. You can always make money. But when you have actual power, guess what you have the ability to do? Make money and influence. Think about that. What I mean by that is, okay, on one side you have these boys over here, the Lions Den boxing people, right? Then you have, let's say you have punch, you have counter punch drunk, you have counter punch boxing, and you have Nestor Gibbs, who's basically on the same level as the Lions Den people, right? So he's one of them, and each of them are on the across the street from each other. I hate that term. Anyway, imagine if all of y'all unified and got together. Think about this. The good Lord blessed us with two eyes. We see in both directions. Two ears to listen. 2 feet to stand on because we need support. Hell, we even have two nostrils to breathe out of. Try breathing out of one nostril. Mm-hmm. 2 lips. You ever kissed a woman with one lip? You're nasty if you did, Captain. You probably mess with a green woman too, you old nasty Bama. But anyway, think about that, right? Think about it. What if y'all actually got together and unified and said, okay, we're going to have a mediation? There seems to be a word that's being thrown around a lot, a mediation. And say, look, man, we out here influencing people over here. We out here influencing pockets of people over here. Why don't we just get together and do something positive and influence the game, the sport of boxing itself? Because now that we are unified, they can't tell us anything, right? And if one of your brothers steps out of line, then the group could check him and say, hey, you were foul for saying that. You might have to. This is your first warning. Second time, we might have to silence you for a little bit till you get yourself back together. And then if the impertinence and disrespect continues, you say, look here, man, I think you're better off on your own. See, because at that point, if you don't take care of it, he becomes a cancer and things just go back to the way they are. But if you unified, you could get all the Bill Haneys, you could get the Brelands, you could get the Wilders, you could get the Dillian Whites and all that, and different folks coming to all your channels, not just one. You could get the managers and so forth too, who'll come on all your channels. You know what I'm saying? Not just one to say, well, I ain't going over here because I seen the disrespect they did to Sugar Hill. I ain't going over there. Oh, I ain't going over there because I ain't really down with Tiafimo and all that. Nah, I ain't going over there. Nah. But if you unify, you'll get everybody. From the top to the bottom, you'll get managers, promoters, trainers, any and everybody. And then you'll know what you'll have? Influence. And then instead of bickering about who's wrong and Crawford Spence, you'll be saying, look here, what can we do? Because we got the numbers. What can we do to influence this fight? Make sure this fight between Crawford and Spence get made. We got the numbers. And without us, y'all don't get paid. See that? Because right now, none of y'all have the authority or the power to talk to none of them cats. You can't get old boy there. What's his name? President of PBC, to get out of his chair. You can't get Oscar De La Hoya to get out of his chair. You can't get Bob Arum to get out of his chair. But imagine if you all unified, you could sit down with each and every one of them. Think about all of them in the same room. Why can't I remember that cat's name, man? But you could get all of them in one room. De La Hoya, Aaron, and this brother here from the PBC. Think about that. And so instead of saying Canelo, Duck, and Charlo, get them in the same room. All of them. You know, Canelo or is ducking Benavidez and Charlo. Get them all in the same room. That's power. That's what power does for you. Because right now, none of y'all have power. You have a pronunciation of power, meaning that you can pronounce the word power, but you don't have any power whatsoever. You don't move anyone to do anything. Why would anyone? What power do any of you have? None. But together, think about that, and then you will be beloved because you'll give the fans exactly what they want. Fights, not foolishness. Men don't really want to bicker. They don't. They want to fight. The men prefer peace and unity and enjoy watching fights. That's really what I meant to say when it comes to the sport. Men don't like most men do not like don't like foolishness. Don't like disrespect. What for? What? Just like the song says, war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Stop criticizing my singing, Bammers. But yeah, see what I'm saying? But unity will work. Unity works. Y'all just have to decide, okay, I go down to the corners and speak to these brothers, these so-called pharmaceutical brothers. I don't do it all the time. And I don't just do it on a whim. I got to have the good Lord guide me to the ones that will listen. That's the same way you'll move, whether you LDC, punch, counterpunch, boxing, Spencer Fair, or whoever you are. That's the way you move. You say, okay, I could actually pick up the phone and call this person that's on the other side of the street and have a decent conversation. I could actually pick up the phone and call Showbizz or T Street or whatever the case may be. I can pick up the phone and have a decent conversation with Nesta Gibbs. Wow, did I say that in one breath? I'm fucking with you, Nesta. I'm always going to do that. Always. But anyway, think about that. If all of y'all get together, Nesta has the biggest one. He has the most numbers out of all of y'all. What power does he have? None. People don't call him to come on his show. He calls people. I mean, I'm sure some people have called him to get on the show, but anybody big? No. Not big enough. But if you come together as one, instead of being big, you all will be huge and you will be influencers. And that's what power is. Right now, none of you by yourself can influence jack shit. You can't. So just think about unifying, man. Will it happen overnight? No, this isn't a one night stand thing. Boy, this is legacies don't happen overnight. Okay? They take time to build. You just think about it. Just think about it. Give it some thought. I'm gone.